So when I first joined Jobsity, I was recruited by a former recruiter here at Jobsity. So basically, my job was to be a recruiter. I started very junior. Back in the day, Jobsity used to hire junior recruiters and give them the possibility to learn, first of all, and to, maybe figure it out what they really wanted. And definitely that was what I was hired for. I always say this because it's quite funny, and I also mention this to other candidates when I am being interviewed, is the growth, right? So like I said, I started very junior. I didn't even know what a Java developer was when I started. It was pretty funny. And funny also was that the very first 2 weeks, I had to look for Drupal developers, which are one of the hardest to find. So I had to learn quick in a lot of things. So I was hired for that. My specialty, well, pretty much I'm quite different from other people at Jobsity. You will see that a lot of people study psychology. I studied human resources, actually. So my field of specialty is quite different from the others. I have others' perspective, more business, not so much like people. But it's one of the best things, because you get to see different perspectives among the team. They teach me stuff about psychology, and I am more like a business person. So maybe I just teach them how to, take a look at the bigger picture. So yeah, that's a little bit. Well, I had a typical job, office job, presence at an office, Monday to Friday, 8 hours a day. I had to commute, I had to do stuff. It was a small company, startup mindset, family company, traditional. So ultimately, I got bored. I felt stuck. I felt like I could do so much more. And then pandemic struck, I think that pandemic was something that for a lot of people pushed them to make a change in their careers. And that was for me. So the company started to struggle, economy was bad, and they decided to, close business. So a couple of months earlier, since I was working in, operations, I already knew what's going on. And I started studying a little bit about IT, talent acquisition, and just, learn all about it, all that I could, right? Of course, I didn't dig in programming languages, but, the process, just to understand. I started doing some freelancing, and then the business closed and I started doing full-time freelancing. I did freelancing for like 2 months. It wasn't that much. And then I got recruited here on LinkedIn. So another of the things that we always talk about is to have your LinkedIn, profile updated with all of your skills. If you speak English, if you speak different languages, just put in there your experience, be very specific with your task. And that's how I got the job, like thanks to having LinkedIn updated and because I got recruited. And yeah, that was my journey and how what brought me to Jobsity. So first of all, I think that I've always been very organized. I was in charge of the whole operations thing back in my traditional job, like my office job. So there I was able to work with inventory, just like update their systems. They hire like this brand. I was there for like 4 years. So in the mid, they hired this super cool software thing, and everything got to be updated there. So I did that. I managed to work with different vendors, also with our clients, making sure that everything was good for them, that products were delivered and met the quality. So I think that being that methodical is something that I definitely brought in to Jobsity. I really like that. I really I like the freedom of creating, but I also like structure. I'm like half and half. So definitely that. And then with freelancing, what I learned is, just to be relentless. Just like you have to find those candidates and you need to, sit and do it. And we have a saying here in Argentina, which is gonna sound quite funny, but whenever you go into college, your teacher says that you need to, sit and put your bottoms into the chair and just like start studying. And sounds funny because it's not the right translation, but definitely put in the work. And that's something that freelancing teaches you. You know, you have to be relentless. You have to get up and do stuff because it's on you. So teaches you responsibility as well. Definitely stuff that I brought in. And then I come from a business family. My family has, you know, different businesses, and definitely something that I also learned from my family too. How to deal with, you know, different personalities and try to understand their needs, and then just deliver something that is suitable for each of the parties.